Got 1,000 hair products and you still got hair problems and you don't know which.
Hold up, y'all. Are we?
Got 1,000 hair products and you still got hair problems and you don't know which way to turn. You don't know what you deserve. Let's talk hair. I got what you deserve. Let's talk hair. Let's talk hair. Talk hair to me. Talk hair to me.
Hello, happy new year, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Hair. I am your host, Angela H. Brown, giving you all the tea of a lifetime. This is a special show today. Let's Talk Hair wanted to start the new year off right. We are welcoming none other than a celebrity barber, franchise barber, and a person who has gifted hands. I want you all to see his face because we're going to go through his bio. This is none other than Degarrett.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I am well on this Sunday.
Okay, and before we get started, you have one person who's saying, "Hey, Angela, Happy New Year." So, we're going to have a lot of people making comments, and every now and then, hello, Yolanda, that is my beautiful sister. Happy New Year to you as well. So we are going to start this off with letting people know who you are. So we want everybody, if you are watching, we want you to welcome Degarrett. This is a celebrity icon. He not only does Degarrett do celebrities, he's a celebrity himself.
Yeah.
His voice. He's a man of God first.
Oh, yeah.
We want to also congratulate you on your new bride, your new wife.
Thank you so much.
And if she's near, I want you to. Where is she? If she's anywhere,
let me go look. Let me go listen.
Go get her. So Degarrett is a wonderful icon in this beauty industry.
She ain't coming.
I'll say she's not, but well, you know, that just makes her humble. So we do want her to know that we include her in all of this too, because you're all as one.
Thank you so much.
And I want to say a few things on this wonderful. We're going to talk about male pattern baldness, but before we dive into that, we want you all to understand that who we have on this platform is someone who I admire and respect. And so what I admire and respect means a lot, because if someone has put in work in this beauty industry, work, not just someone who settled behind the chair, not someone who does not understand what they're worth. Degarrett understands what he's worth. So not many barbers can consider themselves a franchise, but Degarrett, the franchise barber, he does have gifted hands. Not only does he have gifted hands as cutting hair, he's also have been seen on the late Kobe Bryant, who played for the LA Lakers, as Richard Rip Hamilton, Monte Ellis, Donte Moncrief, and many more, Benjamin Crump, and many more. And not only at this point of the game, he also, Degarrett was the team barber for the Atlanta Falcons. And many of you know what that means, which earned him his stage name, the Franchise Barber. However, his talents are not limited as just athletes on everyday men in the community. Degarrett has had several opportunities to collaborate with celebrities in the business, and we know in the game. So like people like Carr and Robin Thicke, and also Jennifer Hudson, and Pastor Tim Rogers, and Vashawn Mitchell, Smokie Norful, and many more. I'm telling you, this is a resume. If you don't want to hire him, you just can't afford him. So we have many more. Candace Adams says, "Happy 2021, wishing well to all." And we have Theodore Chisholm We thank you, Theodore. He said, hello, Madame Deserve. How you doing? That's our distributor in the Nashville area that runs the Nashville area. We have Shaquita Calicut says, hello. So, yes, Shaquita is also a salon owner, and she loves the Deserve products and definitely use them to grow her network. When Degarrett, tell me much more about yourself. I want to close up and what I'm saying, but you've done so much. How did you get in this business?
Well, first of all, hello to everyone, and thank you to you guys for allowing me to be a part of your program. I'm honored, and I'm flattered to be asked to be a part of something. But I got into the hair industry, first of all, because it was something that I knew how to do without being taught how to do. As a young man, I found myself picking up clippers, watching the older guys around me and saying, if I ever get clippers, I know I can do this. And when I got my hands on some clippers, I could, just as I thought. So people who are hands-on, people who can use their hands to create and use their hands to craft, can find themselves thinking about doing things with their hands and realize that they really can. So I picked up some clippers and I started cutting, and didn't know what I was going to do after high school. I had some friends in Atlanta, so I found myself running to Atlanta. Still wasn't happy, so I went ahead and one of my buddies called me one day. We were buying cars from the auction, selling cars. He said, man, I'm going to take you to a barber school. My friend owns one. I'm like, for what? He was like, because you know how to cut hair too good and you need to be in a barber school. So he dropped me off at the barber school that day after I thought we was about to do something else. Is my sound off? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, but I got dropped off at the barber school, and from that day on, it just flew off, and I really loved what I was doing. It was crafty, it was artistic, and it was something that I knew I could do. And the way I got started dealing with these celebrities and dealing with this, what I call the other side of the money and the other side of the chair. I caught a deal with Genuine doing stage plays with him. I did some haircuts for Genuine. And I met a couple people backstage, a guy named Don Welch, who's a well-known movie and stage play writer. And he connected me with some people, and the next thing I knew, I was cutting hair backstage for the Lion King. Such an amazing experience. Something that, oh my God, I would go do it any day again. But backstage at the Lion King is an amazing place to be, to actually see what happens backstage at the Lion King. And notice that you never see those costumes and you never see those images online because they don't allow you to take pictures or show them. But from Genuine to the Lion King, and from the Lion King to meeting more people and building good relationships, something that I always tell people, you have to build good relationships. You have to be a good person. You have to treat people well and treat people as if you want to be treated, because you never know who is going to be put in the position to bless you or help you. So I met a lot of people and just started to cut hair. And I traveled to Atlanta. I was a traveling barber. I went everywhere someone told me to come, that I feel like I can make some more money and meet a new person and meet a new face. And one day I got a call on a Sunday. I never forget it. And I got a call to come cut Kobe Bryant's hair. And I went. I still had my suit on, and they were impressed. And they actually thought that was my character. But had I been at home, I probably would have put on some jeans or a t-shirt or something. But they thought that was my character, and they were impressed. The haircut, the first time I ever cut Kobe's hair, made the cover of Slam magazine and the insert, the centerfold picture. And it was a different experience. I was on a lot of surveillance that day. I had to do a heavy background check. But I got in the room, I did my job, I received my benefits for it, and the relationship started. Slam Magazine reached back out. His managers reached back out. Before I knew it, I was picking up different haircut events for different photo shoots. And once you're with the team, you're around the team, you meet other people. And so next thing I know, I'm sitting in the lobby with the rest of the players. They want haircuts. So that means they have friends that play on the new team, on the other teams, and they want haircuts. And before you know it, just found yourself in the circuit. I almost felt like I played for the team at one time. Had locker room access, just, hey, I got to be there because these guys need me. So it went from being at the arenas to at the hotels, from at hotels to personal homes, and the rest is history. And it goes the same way from the NFL and then the NBA. Those are the sports worlds. And then I met this awesome guy by the name of Michael Stephen Moore from Memphis. We did a management contract, and he put me in the face of the Gospel Stella Awards. So the face of the Gospel Stella Awards as a barber for a good 5 years before I decided to take a back seat a little bit. But Vashawn Mitchell, like you said, Carr, these guys, we still have relationships now. These guys come to my salon in South Haven all the time. And it's just a long-lasting relationships, I call them, because when you do what's right and speak life into people, and people speak life into you, and you pray together and you bless your career together, the sky's the limit. And I'm just grateful to be this guy that's in this position, because it was no work of me. God just put me in these positions, and the doors open, and I was available and ready when they opened. Being on time, being accountable, and being presentable, and always being available to do what the job requires. Yep.
I hear you saying a lot about God, and when it comes,
can you do it without him?
I can't.
I hope me neither.
But I think our connection is that we connect business with God, because it's God, family, and then business. And when you fall into that order, that's the way when you get it, you become very successful that way. And in your career, I remember the first time I met you, I was like, Rita Rand, she's the owner of Jolie Salon in Memphis, Tennessee, and she actually has 2 locations in Memphis. And I remember when she actually told me, she said, "You've got to meet him. You've got to meet him." And then when I met you, I was like, "Oh, that's a lot." I was like, "Lord, this man here has done so much," and it was overwhelming. And the more, and then when I saw you months later, it was just, you have a sense of you're prosperous. And y'all, I'm gonna put it out there. He's probably gonna build a home for me one day. He also builds homes, okay? And so
again, the creating side of it, like creating,
And I know God put us together in business, and so it's clear to me, because you give me he'll give you, ladies and gentlemen, he'll give you ideas, he'll give you business tips, he'll give you he'll give you nuggets, put it that way. So in this business, and I remember giving you like some products, and those products that I had been one of the key products you all is the damage reverse elixir oil. This is what tell me about the damage reverse elixir oil, because we want to talk about male balding and what you've experienced behind this chair, and how this product, why it worked for you. Because I'm not going to lie, you guys, he already had the beard, and I would have wanted to take that credit, but Deserve couldn't. But I remember you saying it stopped your beard from shedding. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, with me, and especially with beards, the months, the winters and the summers, I'm pretty sure a lot of women deal with this too. But the shedding, the breakage, and the porosity of the hair changes throughout the seasons. And one problem that I was having in the winter months, my beard in the cold air, I had brittle. I felt my hair being more brittle. And I was using the same techniques that I was doing in the summer months. But when I got my hands on your product, I started using it. It was the winter time. I don't know if you know it or not, but I read it a little bit. And the castor oil, if I feel like my growth was just still flourishing as it was without the cold air and the hard air, I call it. And I had split ends a little bit. When your beard is really long, you will get split ends. Like women get split ends in their hair with their hair. But I feel like my split ends, and my shedding, it just started to go away, and I just instantly got hooked on the product. I have clients that come in and live by it daily, not only for their beards but for their hair too. Your derma roller, I think is something that more men should also pay attention to, because pricking the skin layer on the top of your head where you have the thinness at, you need to stimulate you need to stimulate the hair follicle as well as the blood flow. But that product on my guys that are thinning in the top, I have seen, and they have seen, if I could put them on this show, they would tell you these guys' hair are getting thicker in the top. So men that are thinning, this product works. You gotta know how, but the product works. And it does well on my beard too.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's amazing. And you all, this is what he's talking about, the derma roller. We've talked about this many times on the show, but now we have Degarrett letting you know this is something that definitely needs to be married and incorporated together, and it's necessary. So when you're behind the chair and you have a client, and when you notice that they are thinning, what do you tell them? How do you get them to understand? Do they even care they're thinning?
Yeah, and so it's different strokes in different age brackets for men. But yes, I do tell them, and thinning for men starts. You can start as early as 17 or 16 or 15 years old. I have hair loss in my family with the males on my dad's side. I kept my hair to at least 30, 32 years old. But a lot of my first cousins, they were done at 19 and 20 with a full bald head. So it starts at different age brackets. But I do talk to them about it. And I do, I found out first if it's a deal breaker. Some men it's a deal breaker and some men it's not. Really wasn't a deal breaker for me, but you would be surprised. Some guys really, really, really feel like they have to hold on to their hair for as long as they can. So these are the guys that I lean into and start talking about the hair products, and start talking about the oils, and start talking about healthy hair treatments, meaning how to shampoo your hair, how to condition your hair, how to clean your hair, how to massage your scalp, how to stimulate the growth, how to stimulate your blood flow, and things of that nature. And most guys have never heard anything like that, which allows me to lean in and teach them about the hair oil that we retail at the salon, which is your amazing product, and we get results from it. So it's something that I do speak about. I am here to be the mentor / coach for your life when it comes to your hair. So I have to go ahead and give it to you, because if I don't, you can always say, man, why didn't you tell me? So I'm gonna give it to you as soon as I feel like you need it, as early as 15 years old, all the way up to you stop getting haircuts.
Okay, definitely. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? D. Okay, great. What I want to say is we have been working with so many men, and of course, one guy, he's a very popular person here in Memphis, Tennessee. And he's getting married, but what he told me is that he does not want to be bald. So it took 2 months. This is the two products, you guys, that he used that Dee is describing. It took 2 months, and I mean 1.5 months. I'm sorry. And so he used both of these products. Male pattern baldness is very serious. I have gone to the gym and I've seen men that are the age of 25 years old or younger that's experiencing baldness. I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do. We know genetics, but it doesn't have anything to do if they're taking steroids or if they're
Yes.
taking. So
Yes. Any kind of any kind of medication. Some guys on blood pressure medication. Some guys on some steroids. So it's a lot of things that you don't necessarily know that they're taking the medicine for. I mean, what they're taking the medicine for, but you do notice a change in their hair growth. So it's the same as women. It's the same as women. Absolutely. I tell men all the time. They say, "What I need to use on my hair?" I say, "What does your wife use? What does your mom use?" Because if your mom is an adult or your wife is an adult, she probably has some kind of good products in there for hair. But men has this complex to think that they are automatically just their hair is different. But hair is hair, and it grows from a follicle, So what boosts your follicle may just boost my follicle.
great. I mean, this is great conversation, you all. And if you all are just tuning in, this is Degarrett, who is a celebrity franchise barber who has done so much in this beauty industry. I was so excited about this because I love like-minded people, but I also like people who are givers, who are not in a box and afraid. He could have just said, "I'll cut hair for the rest of my life." It's bravery when you're able to meet people like the late Kobe Bryant and the Jennifer Hudsons and Kirk
Yeah.
Carr and all of these different people, because you could tell yourself, I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna walk into this door. I'm gonna flop. I'm not, I don't, how can I measure up to these icons? So, and then to come and do regular normal people, you could be bougie about it and say, "Well, I'm a little bigger than that," and you're actually doing that and being in this business. So also tell us a little bit about the journey of 2021 for you. How are you going to impact? Because you constantly think of you don't stop it. You don't stop moving. So you're building houses. Last night when we were texting, you were doing the sound system. You're the sound director
Church.
something for Life Church. You're doing that, and you also help entrepreneurs that's in this business. So not only are you and one thing in your I did notice that you're able to put on makeup, lashes, and then what was the other thing? Oh, male. You do the male. What is it? The wigs, the male.
Hair replacement.
The
Yeah.
hair replacements. You're doing hair replacements. You're doing so much. So it's only one Degarrett, but it's so much. Inside of this millionaire's mindset that you do. How can a person who is dreaming of being like a Degarrett come to you and say, do you offer where they can pay for your classes, or what are you doing in this business?
Well, I have to go back. You mentioned Jennifer Hudson. I actually forget about that, but that was a great season in my life. Not only did we do work with Jennifer Hudson, Robin Thicke, and it was the Blame It tour with Jamie Foxx too. Those were some great days. But I heard you say, "What do I plan on doing in 2021?" And I also heard you have a second question about being approachable and how do I make all these moves happen. But first of all, I cannot do it by myself. I have a mean team. The PR persons, the marketing people, and the people that just speak wellness into my life. And I think that's something that's very important when you're impacting people's lives. You have to have people in your life that you can lean on and that you can pull from also. I can pour out information all day, but I need honest people around me that helps pour good information and good knowledge into me. It helps me stay on the straight pattern also. But yes, I'm very approachable. Me and my team, we've been talking about in 2021, the new launchings that we're about to do with the training and the classes and like you said, the hair replacement. My friend, a lot of you guys probably seen him on TV. His name is Wade the Barber. He's been on a lot of television shows. He created the hair replacement movement. But I went to Baltimore and sat down with him, and we did an intense training. And he certified me to be one of his quote unquote students that came from under his wing. But Wade taught me a lot about the hair replacement world, and I do a lot of hair replacements. I don't post a lot of them anymore because it's kind of like you get so busy doing them. You get real busy because some of them take 2 hours to do, some of them take 3 hours to do. But on a given Sunday, I might do 3 hair replacements. Hair replacements starting at $500. That's on the low end, but that's a full Sunday. When I'm trying to cut hair, sometimes during the week also trying to stay well with the construction company. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and she's very well in my face all day, every day, like she should be, and I want her to be. But the team that you build around you, you have to have the right people. I'm not going to drop their names right now because I don't know if they're ready for their names to be dropped yet. But having the right team around you, that's definitely what I've done to make sure I can secure and lock in who I am, who I want to be, whose I am, and whose I want to be moving forward in 2021. But yes, we will be offering some extensive training classes on what I know and things that I've experienced when it comes from actually the skill set all the way down to how to do contracts, all the way down to how to have the conversation to sell yourself to these people who are expecting you to already know what you know and do what you do. Being prepared. I'll never forget, I got a phone call from a lady named Queenie Donaldson. Never met her in my life. She was in California. She worked for a company called UMCA Sports. This was 2009. She said, "Hey, Degarrett, I heard about you, and we want you to head off our summer camp tour with LeBron James. It's called More Than a Game Tour." I said, "Man, what you need me to do?" She said, "We're about to tour 8 to 10 cities. We're going to have a mobile barbershop at every city. And we need you to host and bring 12 barbers to every city." I was like, "Really?" I was like, "So what's in it for me?" She told me what I had available to give the barbers, what I had available to give the helpers, and what I had coming in the package for me. And I had to be ready to leave my home and be in Akron, Ohio in 5 days with that staff ready to go. And I knocked it out. The owner of UMCA Sports came up to me. His name was Carr. He said that morning we were to open at 8 o'clock at the summer camp. And when I say that they paint the whole city LeBron James, you think you see my face behind me? Oh, no. They paint the whole area LeBron James, banners, streets, the floors, the ground, people. It looks like a LeBron James city. So he walks by my booth and checks my booth before they let the children in, because it's a big event for kids. They feed them, it's everything a kid wants: free haircuts, free shoes, free tutoring, just everything, and they get a chance to hang out with LeBron. But Mr. Carr walked by my booth and looked at me. He said, I'm looking for a guy named Degarrett. I never met the owner of this company. And I said, that's me. He pulled me to the side. He said, how did you get 12 barbers here? And it's 7:45. I said, we started at 8. He said, they came with you? I said, no, they from this city. He said, how did you get them here so early and on time? I've never had barbers on time. I said, I told them it started at 6:30. And it was here by 7 o'clock. I said, but I know barbers, so that's what I had to do. He said, you know what? You got a job. You're going to be at every one of my summer camps. And that's how it rolled out. And those people pay me almost $3,700 a day to be there. You know, so being ready, being available, and having the tools that you need to get the job done. That's something that a lot of our industry people don't do. They just think because they can do hair real good, or they heard that they can cut hair real good, or they have a lot of videos on YouTube. That really doesn't get the job done. It's being dependable, and people can count on you, and people can rely on you and know that you're going to do what you're supposed to do without them even looking. And that's something that I've always believed in, and something that I'm going to always believe in. Like at the end of my bio, I was telling you, you have to learn the rules of the game and do it better than anyone else. No one will outwork me. You can work as good as me, or you can work better than me, but you will not outwork me. It won't happen. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, you all, I love that. Vicky Coleman, is it VKMK Coleman? She says, how do you grow your customer base? I personally feel like you answered that question. I don't know if you want to add to it, but he just told you being diligent, being on time, not procrastinating. That's how you build your customer base, and also having the talent. So is there anything else you want to tell her?
Yeah, I think one key thing to building your customer base is always being that different person in the salon. Not saying being different as in I look different, but being different as in my work ethics. You know, I worked at a salon, 2 salons, and people thought I was the owner because I was there before the owner. I cleaned up. I treated the place like it was my home, and I did great work. And I was never late. My appointments were on time. I was on time, and I ran a tight knit schedule. And it looks the part. It looks professional. I look professional. So to grow your customer base, one main thing I say do is be that person that you want to be. Now, you have to run I call it your 5 feet, where your station is. You have to run your 5 feet like a corporate American business. Approach it like Fred Smith approaches FedEx every day. If you don't run that 5 feet like a corporate business, you can't run a salon. All you got to do is run your 5 feet first. You have to master that, meaning it has to be impeccable, spotless. People have to feel like there's an experience when they enter the place, and it's more of an experience when they're in your presence. When you have people looking forward to the experience, looking forward to what you can offer them, and the genuine personality you have, the zero gossip and zero talking about this and talking about this. I'm here to give you a service and give you an experience. And I'll listen to you. I may lean in and give some pointers about what you asked me, but I'm really here to make you feel real good. And that's one thing that I've done to grow, not just clientele, but the right clientele. Because there's one thing to have clients, but it's another thing to have the right clients.
Wow. Amen. I am definitely overwhelmed by that. I live by that, but I remember hiring someone who talked about serving your customers, which works. I've had people that has complimented myself in saying, you give the experience. I don't mind serving at all. That's what Deserve is about, serving. But you have taken serving to a level that is, to the point where you've covered all angles. And one thing I like about it, maybe we wouldn't have had so many people leaving the salon if we had those type of nuggets and work ethics and stop looking at ourselves as where we are in the natural, but live from the supernatural of where you want to be and see yourself there. See yourself there. And yeah, instead of seeing yourself, well, I want my own salon, but I'm gonna treat this other person's salon like crap. I'm gonna gossip behind the chair. Shaquita Calicut says, "Yes, you are an image of what you attract." That's so true. I don't even mind telling someone that they can no longer come to my salon. I did have to tell someone this week they wasn't welcome back. And I because that spirit was so off. All money is not good money. It can ruin your clientele. So to save a clientele, I have to protect my babies. I have to protect my customers. And when you're a little bit off and your spirit is off, you would not dominate the clientele that's already spiritually inclined. They're already aligned. So we've had such a good conversation with you, but we do have a part in the show where we do a giveaway. So Degarrett, is there anything, a question that you want these people to have remembered that could be a part of? We're going to do 3 damage reversal elixirs, you guys, like you know what we do. If D doesn't want to give, he don't have that question in his mind, y'all know I'm gonna give you the question. Because I already had a question, but it's about D, and if y'all can't remember what he did, that's on you.
We have any questions we have?
They only have 1 question, and it's on 3 winners.
Oh, 3 winners for 1 question.
Mm-hmm. They gotta like type it in, and 3 people who get it right, they'll get it. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you handle it. My question may be a little too hard to remember.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make it simple. How many barbers did Degarrett take with him on the tour? Is that a good one?
Great one.
How many barbers did Degarrett take with him on the tour?
That was the LeBron James tour.
On the LeBron James tour. There, how many went? Oh, look. Okay, we got they coming in. We what we get? Oh dog. So we got Yolanda R. Jones said 12, Shaquita 12, Annette 12, Tavia 12, Lakeisha 12. Okay, y'all know how it go. Everybody, y'all gonna get applause. So we say yay to that. Everybody.
Yeah.
Now, Yolanda R. Jones, we're gonna need you. Go over to Angela Hughes and send me your shipping address. The rest of you guys, I have it. Janine Hunter, all of you guys, I have it. Congratulations. Don't nobody type my name. But this is the favorite part. Oh Lord. Terrell has something to say. She said he didn't take any, he got them from the city in Ohio. Well, that's true.
Actually, one guy came from Memphis with me.
That is true. Okay. I don't know about this. Okay. Terrell, we're gonna give you a prize for that. So she is so true.
And so let me say this, Ms. Terrell. Every city that we went to, I think I had 2 guys that went with me everywhere. I got a different group from every city because the thing that I wanted to do was highlight barbers in their own city. I didn't want to make it all about me. So every city we went to, I found 10, 12 of the best barbers in the city and gave them the platform in their city because it was going to be all press. It was going to be all spotlight, the biggest stage and the platform that you can see in your city. So I wanted to use people from the city. So you're right. They were from the cities.
Woo! Terrell is actually, she is actually she's a hairstylist. salon owner that's in the Arkansas area, and she will be coming aboard with Deserve in 2021 this year. Miss Coleman says, I will use these nuggets to excel my Mary Kay business. Yes, you definitely want to do that. And you also want to get in his class. So when those classes come, but I want you all, I'm going to read this personally to you all because this right here made me want to just high five him through the screen. Degarrett said, this is at the age of 40, Degarrett, this is what he said at that age, has embraced many opportunities. And according to him, this is only the beginning. I'm going for what no other barber has ever gone before. I was created to create and dominate the industry. You have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. A king is not afraid to fail because failure is just another stepping stone for greatness. I have a gift and greatness lives within me, says Degarrett. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all know I love that because winners win. And when you do fail, failure is that platform for you to just see it as a use of learning. It's a learning curve. All the great people, all the millionaires, all the billionaires have failed numerous of times. Terrell says, that's great promotion for the local barber. Thanks for the information. That's great for all everybody in any business. He's a crossover. He's building homes. He's a icon. You know,
I can't let the salon go though. I still like it. I still love it. You know, I'm about to launch something else in 2021 for barbers and stylists. Business opportunities. All the barbers and stylists that want to own their own salon or own their own business. We have something rolling out this spring that's going to put them in position to be able to, and it's going to be very cost efficient too. But it gives you a platform to be able to reach out in different areas. So I'll make sure I give it to you, Ms. Angela, because you can. We'll talk about it again here.
Definitely will. We'll bring him back on the show. You all on Talk Hair to Me. Kawan Harris says, is there a risk of infection using a derma roller, Degarrett, at home?
I say it's a risk of infection with anything that you don't properly clean. But from my experience, this has never been a risk of infection as long as you're using it for yourself and for your own use and clean your products well. I don't think you have a problem. Now, if you use it too hard, you're going to tell that you're digging too deep, you know, and that's not what you want to do. You're just trying to prick the first layer of skin. So I don't think there's a risk of infection at all unless you misuse the product.
Yes, and as an experience, using the product is, and I'm piggybacking. But if you are allergic, and we do have it on the box, if you are allergic to metal or you're pregnant, it has metal teeth. So if you're allergic, then we know don't use it if you're allergic to metal because it has metal teeth. It's a 1.0 millimeter, so no, it should not affect you. And you want to definitely place the elixir in and then put the derma roller. I do request you use it 3 times a week and then allow your scalp to rest, but you'll use the elixir 2 times a day. So that way it's also healing in this. So you'll be healing. The epidermis is on the outside and you have the dermis that sits under there where the protein lives. So then you will be actually opening it up and removing fillers in those closed follicles. So ladies and gentlemen, we have had a great show, but we must end this show. Any lasting comments you want to end with before these people are chiming in? So you can close the show out. Okay. So he also, Mr. Harris says, thanks. Appreciate the great advice and information. Mr. Harris, you can also go on Deserve healthyhair.com. You will get, if you go straight from the show, go over there, you get 10% off of the the products as well over there. If you're in the Memphis area, you can also order your products online and also click the link where you want to pick up your products if you're in the Memphis area. So anything, thank you, Degarrett, for embracing us. This was wonderful show. Deserve also has a lot that we're going to bring to the platform to this business. Tomorrow is a huge day for Deserve, but we will not go public with it. It is a huge day for Deserve. But we this year we want to welcome people like Degarrett. So you all tune in every Sunday at 2:00 Central Time and share this page with everybody else. Degarrett gave us some nuggets to start your year off right. If you are really trying to start a business, any business, he gave it to you for free because he's gonna charge you for this, but he gave it to you for free. So you guys tune in, share the page, bless someone else. Janine Hunter says, thanks to the both of you all. Thank you guys. Degarrett, anything you want to say?
No, just thank you guys so much for having me on, and you can put my contact information up for anyone that wants to reach out to me, and I do private consultations as well as I do private classes too. So if anyone wants to reach out to me, feel free to. I'm very approachable and very humble. It will be great to hear from you.
Okay, is this you can also follow him on IG at I am Degarrett.
There you go.
That's way to get in touch with him. I promise you guys, he is so attentive and he does answer. Also, we have Tabia Hall said, thanks for great information. She loves Deserve and she's using the product in the Mississippi area. Shaquita Calica said, thanks, great show. Love the products. And my girl Terrell said, thanks, a great show. Ms. Coleman also says, thank you all. Thank you all. You all happy Sunday. Keep God first, God, family, and then business. This is Talk Hair to Me. I will see you next Sunday, Lois will.
Talk hair, let's talk hair. Talk hair to me. Talk hair to me. Talk hair to me. Talk hair to me. Let's talk hair.